office. It's disgusting.
It's a good plan.
Say hi, Greg.
Hello.
Greg, are you telling stories today?
I'm sorry, I can't.
That's okay. We're going to get Holger to show us slave trading. We've bribed him with whiskey. See ya.
Bye.
Then we can go through the shop. New glasses. Check it out.
No, I haven't officially.
I went back to my familiar red after 4 years. So we can show you the shop. Let's see, we'll go over people's heads. I finished Thor's hammer. The other one's sold already, so this one's done in madder, which is this one. There's a darker red in there somewhere. And I think I showed that one last week. That one's also Mammen. And it should be a darker color. It's live. It's very live. That's why I'm late. Okay, then we'll go out into the village. Hi, Tamara! Beer sales are closed for the day. Okay, and of course it starts raining right before we go outside, like usual. Hi, hi. So we can stand under the roof again. And then we'll go see what's going on at Holger's house. Holger leaves us soon, so it's about time that we show his new things. Okay. The village does not have as many cool buildings this time around, but it's a good backdrop for this. Okay, so I brought my other embroidery with. I'll do a little show and tell before. And I didn't think about the rain. This is another Mammen one. This will be in the right colors, but I'm doing it on a black background. I didn't realize that this is the one that's on my cloak, if you haven't seen, on my hood. But I did the wrong colors and the wrong stitch. I did it intentionally though. Oh, that's a beautiful angle of me. Anyway, this is the right stitch if you were to do it. I did mine in chain stitch. This is done in stem stitch the whole way around. But I didn't realize that it had a white border around it everywhere except for the blue diamonds. And this one changes colors like every other one, I think. But this will still be yellow just like that. So because it's not in chain stitch, this has turned out to be more work than I thought. Yep, this is Mammen embroidery. So the one I showed with the faces that look like penises, I'm so sorry. That one's also Mammen, but it would have been a dark blue instead of a lighter blue. But this is the correct color, yellow with a white edge, blue here, and I think one of these, every other one is red or something. But I didn't realize there was a white border around it. So, but if this gets wet, let's see, a little bit of spit there, and you can see what happens when it gets wet. Or in the Viking Age, we use spit. What can I say? You can see it starts to disappear, dissolving. So I wasn't quite thinking about that when I brought it out in the rain. So the stitch for today, we'll play with B2, the B2 connection actually, but we'll use the Mammen Korgen stitch. This is the other one I was working on as well, except for this time I did this part in stem stitch, but this is the chain stitch, by the way. And this one is dyed yarn. Where's the original image I am reproducing of the Mammen? If you look up Mammen stitch embroidery or Mammen embroidery pattern, then you can find that one, as well as some other ones that were also on that find. The one with the faces that looks like two eyeballs and a long nose that looks rather questionable. That one is in there. And then there's one with two lions. I'm not exactly sure what the animals are anyway, that are facing each other. And then there's one with a whole bunch of faces going in a row that is different than the one I showed. But that's, if you look up Mammen embroidery pattern or Mammen stitch embroidery, it will show you, you'll see the original. I'm pretty much sure that this is still much bigger than the original, but it's for a picture frame, so it needs to fill the frame. Anyhow, let's catch up first while we're looking at this one. Actually, we can look at the rain while I catch up. It's Midgard's bloat this week, so a lot of Vikings are away, but some are just starting to come. And we still have a few tourists in the village, but they're, oops, sorry, there we go. There you can see the rain. And I'd film the other direction, but there's still tourists in the village. Okay, so I'll catch up on chat here while we're waiting. Albert is here. I think he's first according to mine. Oh yeah, he is. 1727. I literally had just created the link a little bit earlier than normal today, so by 30 minutes ago. Ashley's here. It's going to be 109 where she's at. Oh my God, that's in Kansas. Charlotte says hello from the bus stop of a warm and rainy Bergen. That's rainy here too. And Kiwi's also in Bergen. Oh, you guys didn't realize you were in the same city. That's funny. Kiwi, meet Charlotte meet Kiwi. Hi. YouTube. Do you want me to film you? I can film you. There you go. Tourists. Did you have a good time? Did you kill anybody while you were here today? Oh, that's boring. Go back and do it again. Tomorrow you will kill. Good job. Let's see. That's cute. I like them. Those are good sports. I'm not sure if you could hear them. Raymond, very far to the south. He's still in winter in upside down land. 14 degrees and just before midnight. Let's see. His nephew came over for dinner this evening and was probably wearing the hat that he made him. Oh, that's so wonderful. That Raymond made him, by the way, not me. Hi. Oop, there we are. Jency Erickson, first time she made it in months. It is. Welcome. Now you get to mock my needle binding, but actually she knows Holger. So Holger is sitting over there waiting for us. But Karl is organizing some Chivas Regal because Holger can be bought with whiskey. See him over there? He's hiding. Okay. Actually, you can see his house a bit better here. I'm just hiding under the roof. So welcome back, Yenny. And Susan's here again. I remember from last week. Nell says, I'm driving home from seeing family today. Nell, I got some bling, by the way, for Viking Bling. Arlene says, hi, Al from sunny Selkirk today with 30 degrees and a 10% chance of rain. Nice breeze and keeping it from being overwhelming. Rhonda is here. 2 more Saturdays and then she'll see us in December. Yay! We'll be waiting for you. Let's see. Susan Youngman's here from Frankfurt. Not Adirondacks, but even though I like to say Adirondacks. Geez, how many tourists do we still have in the village over there? There's some more behind them too. But yep, it's live today. Amro is here. Max is here. Arlene says, nice embroidery. That's what I'm working on too. Oh, who cool. You'll love it. I like that one. It's one of my favorite to do. And Torben is here. Flirting with Tamara, probably because she was closing the beer sales for the day because no beer can be sold after 6 o'clock in a store like ours. Torben said, so tasted Bragget yesterday, a mix between beer and mead. That's not happening again. Okay, so stitch for today. We can play with it. Hi. We're actually closed. Tomorrow you'll come back. Oh, good. We'd love to hear it. See you then. I'll look a little bit more Viking and a little less YouTube. Okay, have a good one. That's cute. Bye-bye. There was a small one too. Okay, so this is Mammen. The reason it's Mammen, it's F1 on the thumb and 2 behind the thumbs. But the reason that it's Mammen is because it has an F2 connection, meaning you're taking 1 new and 1 old. If it was just 1 new, it would be Korgen. So there's a little tip for you. So this would be Korgen, and this would be Mammen. But the same thing happens behind the thumb. You take the second and the third one away from you, and then go back and go through the first. Last minute potty run. Cute kid holding her crotch the whole way. She can't be more than 4. Okay. And then we'll do one more just to show it. F1, F2, 2 away, 1 forward. But this one is, we're going to do back 2, but I'm still increasing on this one. Back 2 will make a ridge. So B2, you're going through the same ones that you did for F2, 1 new, 1 old. Right now it's because I'm doing the second one in the same loop, so it's a little bit easier to see, but it won't be the next one. And then you go 2 behind, 1 forward. So it's just the connection we're doing here. That does technically give it a new stitch name. That's why there's so many stitches. So this would be my 1 and this is 2. But you have to go between the 2 there. You see what I did? Ha. That makes it B2. And then 2 away and 1 forward. And if I do a bunch of these, we can see what the stitch looks like or how different it is or what it's doing anyway. I like to do 1 row through the back loop like this when I'm making pouches or something where I want an edge. You know, like this, for example, has an edge because you're working on this side now, but then there's this edge and then goes up. Hey, I have a Daniel with me.
Hello.
You want to say hi in a minute?
Yeah.
We're doing the geeky part first, except for I grabbed the wrong loop on my thumb.
Yes, the actual needle binding.
The actual needle binding part, the Viking null binding. So we're doing the needle binding, then we'll do the Viking. Wait a minute, that didn't sound good. Okay.
No.
Don't tell Karl. Okay. So Daniel, how old are you now with these inappropriate jokes?
15.
He's 15. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, there we are. Raymond says he did a couple of rows of V to get the fold line in his nephew's hat. Yep, it will also cause your work to kind of go like abruptly up.
So, does this place have more?
Stumps?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few more than before. He's talking about the
Yes, it's like a forest.
the poles here. Yeah, there's a few more poles in here, so it's a proper forest because the weight of the roof is so heavy. Let's see. And it also keeps it watertight. So B1, B2, that way. And then 2 behind the thumb. Hadabra! And 1 forward. Okay, if I do a couple more, we can see what the effect is. Sometimes it's easier to loosen up first. So Ingela Anderson is doing all the different kind of connections onto an Oslo stitch to show the different effects. And the last we saw in Denmark at the Needle Binding Festival, she was up to at least 79 of them, and I should check to see how many she's got now. It's insane. But just doing the same stitch over and over again, but with a different connection, and it's fun to see how much it changes the stitch. Okay, so this was F2, makes that ridge on the front and that on the back. And now you see it's like a plated edge almost on this one, but it's no longer got this sharp edge here. It looks like that. And on the back side, this becomes more prominent, so it will bend more and it'll give like a little ridge on the edge. So I'll keep doing that while the other guys go drink. Anyway, but I will hide my embroidery out of the rain because I didn't think about the fusible on there that's going to melt in the water. Okay, Daniel, you want to say hi? Oh, it's Ananda Gronberg. I'm on YouTube. That's okay. You can join. Lady with the epic long hair. It's so beautiful. Okay. Then I catch up a little bit more. Bringing my needle binding with me. My precious. Okay. Ingela's over at over 140 different samples already. Oh my God. Yeah, Anne met her as well. She was also there at the Needle Binding Festival. We have to figure out what time to do it here this year. It'll be in August next year, I believe, at Denmark. But we can have it here as soon as we know when Anne's coming. Let's see. Albert says, I'm very tired babysitting 2 dogs and 3 children. Which is worse, the 2 dogs or the 3 children? Just asking for a friend. Jenny says, it looks lovely. We still have tourists too. Viking tider, mostly Germans and Dutch. Yep, that's how she knows Holger. No, it's been a really good tourist year. Holy crap. They're supposed to leave at 6, but there's just too many now. They never go. No. No, they're actually a lot of fun. It means we have a bit of a better budget next year too. Let's see, catching up a bit more. This week, Evie hasn't been needle binding because she's sick and her hands hurt, but she's used the downtime to start learning crochet, making a triangle shawl. Hi! Viking! It's a Viking. That's a tour. Really good archer, by the way. Arlene says she's been doing bores and split chain and stem stitches from the front and a panel. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Mammen has a nice bore on there. That was on my to-do list, actually. Raymond says, you'll need a shawl, Kivi, now that your shawl is long enough to be a blanket. That's true. No, get well soon, though, Kivi. I heard you were down. But every once in a while, you got to breathe from the needle binding. I had to do it. My thumb, by the way, is finally healed enough. There's like a little bit of a burn line on there if you can see it, but it's healed enough that it doesn't hurt to needle bind anymore. Heidi Lisette is here. Welcome back. Max says, I want to thank you for inspiring to make a hat in the round start. At first, I didn't understand the concept of this, but now I do. Oh, that's wonderful. So you're going to join the hat down group, right? Because it's all about making it's also about making it top down, the hat down, sorry, the top down group instead of the bottom up club. Rhonda says, I have classes all day Saturday this fall semester. Oh, great. Congratulations. The rooftop looks like it's growing a garden. It is. I have a sneaking suspicion that might be Romslurk up there, but I'm not sure. Because we have somebody who lives in one of these houses quite often that would be sneaky enough to put Romslurk up there, with Ramsons. It looks like it, but it's the wrong time of year for it to look like that. Ah, it's a Karl and a happy Holger sound. We got to go get some alcohol for him. So today is not beer. Today is Shivas Regal. Andy, are you joining us too? Andy can too, but then he's on YouTube. I'm whoring you guys for YouTube. Okay, and we got new glasses today, except for the bottle's not very historically accurate. And I'll turn it around so they can hear you. But first I have to show off the new contraption outside your house I used for a thumbnail. So normally you would think this was just additional woodshed, but no. Holger's got bigger plans. What do you think it is? Yenny might know for the ones who know Holger. What do you think this is going to be? Huh? Any guesses? What do you think it is? Toilet, maybe? The dogs are worse than the children. He's in the teenage phase and wants to dominate the older dog. An outdoor dunny? Nope, it's not a toilet. Let's see how big it is. Let's see. If I turn it around, my arm, it's about an arm's length. I might be able to get my ass in there to go to the potty, but it's not a toilet. Anne Moreau thinks maybe it's a slave cage. Charlotte says maybe it's an archery house. All right. Oh, we'll go back and ask the man what it is. Okay. Some think it's a toilet. Some think it's a slave cage, and some people think it's a, what was the other one there? Archery house. Torben thinks it's a drunken Karl cage. Turn it around so they can hear you. And we'll show you guys most of all.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, this is Holger. First you gotta tell them who you are, then you can tell them what it is.
Yeah.
You can sit there, Karl.
Slave cage was of course right. It is for storaging my merchandise. Yeah.
It's for storing the merchandise.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do, Holger?
Yeah, I'm usually the slave trader
Yeah?
and I'm big in business.
And you're big in business.
Yeah.
How has business been this year? Oops, sorry, I'm taking a little higher
Yeah.
there.
It is prospering and profitable.
Profitable and yeah?
Yeah.
Prospering. And you got Andy. Is Andy helping you out, or is he just here for the alcohol? So they're from Germany.
Yes.
And then Karl's off. Oh, you got the other. We brought these ones out this time.
Yeah.
These are the Viking glass. What are these? You know the story about these?
It is a glass.
It's
You
a glass.
use it this way, not this way. That is a story.
Do you remember Jenny Eriksson in Viking Tider?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you know her. She's on there.
Are you still filming?
Yeah, until 7.
So
Yes, yes,
all
yes.
also thing.
Carl will, but right now he's
Yeah.
got contraband in his mouth, so he has to stay over there. Oh, no, he's back. So these ones we have, this is historically accurate to the Viking Age, but we have usually a little round spiral thing to hold it
Yes,
in,
yes,
and that
yes,
is
yes, yes,
medieval, not Viking. Okay.
Yep.
School?
Good.
From tax free to you?
Yeah.
So how many of those is it going to take to turn Karl into a hobgoblin?
Glasses or bottles?
Glasses. You cannot have the whole bottle.
1.5.
1.5, yeah, no, that's probably true. Did you eat today, Karl?
Drink.
Yeah, I just ate the roast beef thingy.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I wasn't doing this on an empty stomach.
Good boy. They
Yeah.
say scold, by the way. Okay, so Holger, tell us, what is that slave cage? How much more work do you need to be done on it? And will you finish it by a deadline? Because I hear you're a man of results.
No, but yeah, we will see. Yeah, it needs basically mostly a door, of course.
Yeah, you're going to
Yes,
actually put a door on it?
Yeah, of course.
You just dump them in from the top?
No. Yeah, and the roof, of course. we need. But yeah, a door. I have already the hinges ready and the lock
A lock too, yeah.
and
Oh,
a bar for it.
and a bar.
So it's yeah.
So what do you,
Basically, we need the wood for the door.
wood for the door. So are you going to
That's
finish? You're here till September 1st?
Yes.
And
but
you're
we
going to
will
finish
see.
this by then?
Now we will see. It depends of the delivery of the
Of the
wood.
goods?
Yeah.
Okay, so explain the slave trading process. It's at North, I wanted to get it right, North Atlantic Slave Trading Organization. What is, you have a name?
NISCO, Nordic International Slave Trade
Nordic
Corp-
International
Company.
Slave Trade Company, that was it.
Yes.
It's on YouTube. I was going to link it, but
Yeah.
I couldn't remember it in time, but I did link the Mayoneeeeeese Troll story. So if you want to hear about the Mayoneeeeeese Troll, he is a survivor. He's wearing all the troll crosses around his neck to prove it, by the
Yeah,
way.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't have to tell the whole story again. I put it
No,
in
no,
there
no,
for
no.
you. I've made you
It's,
tell it too many times.
Yes. And,
So the link
I have
is
still nightmares.
so the link is under the description on
Yeah.
YouTube, and you can see. I think the places I posted this on Facebook, I put it down there too,
Yeah.
so they can find out about the Mayoneeeeeese Troll. But I was a
Yeah.
little disappointed because he called it the Mayonnaise Troll.
Naja.
That's so boring. It's got to be mayonnaise.
Yeah, but anyway,
Okay, so tell us
it
more.
is hard. Yeah.
To be a Viking, right?
Yeah.
Not just hard.
We are Viking, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, slave trade, yeah. We are specialized of young, fresh and well-shaped girls because they sell best.
They
There's
sell
always a demand.
And what about men? We tried to sell you once.
Yeah, but there is no profit in selling men.
There's no value in men. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you said profit.
Yeah.
And then, how has the pandemic affected your business?
Yeah, badly. It is of course difficult to have distance and catch slaves.
And to catch slaves, yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it from
Yeah.
2 meters back,
Yeah.
6
No,
feet
it's-
back.
You can social distance a little bit with a lasso.
I thought the net might be a good use there. The net he
Yeah.
has on the wall, that might be able to keep it at 6 feet back.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll turn around and see if I got some questions for you.
But
Yeah?
I think it is prospering again.
Yep, you bounced back. Have you sold
Yeah.
any slaves this year?
No, not this year, but I will.
The crap! No, but you've been making a lot of things. You're gonna have to show us what you've made. You've got a lot more iron on your house. I don't know if they can see that back there.
Yes.
He's got a lot more iron on the house than he did at the beginning of the season. You've been filling in as blacksmith when he's not here. Well, it's hard to get that in angle. There we are. Actually, I can turn it around.
A real high developed,
Yeah?
Viking kitchen tool.
Viking kitchen tool?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is, yeah.
Did you make that?
No.
Oh,
At the moment.
I was so impressed. Viking village with this wonderful bottle of Chivas Regal in the middle. This is not good.
Well, it isn't entirely impossible that the Vikings had access to the destination. It's just unlikely.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta turn around so he can see. There we are. Use more force. No, more violence. Ah, look at that.
If you have a fire, you can use it. And of course,
If you have a fire, you can lift it, he said.
and you can go down or go up.
It can go down and up. High tech for the Viking times. Now, would you touch that with a fire underneath it with your bare hands?
Naja, you can make the fire there and turn it,
You can make the fire there and turn it there. Okay.
of course, like this.
Ah, that is so cool. Albert is actually very impressed. Would you like to order one? How much are you selling these things for?
Well, the only thing I ever sold are girls.
You only ever sold girls. Oh no, you weren't thinking correctly when you thought of this.
Yeah.
How many women would it take to get one of those?
I don't know. Nah, it's quite a lot of iron. At least 5, I would say.
5 women, young,
Yeah, I
fresh,
would
well
say
shaped.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the age limit?
Naja, ja.
22 seems to be the magic
Yeah,
number in
that's
this
okay.
village. 22 is acceptable.
Yeah, it's acceptable. Yeah.
Okay, but 23 is just way too old.
Yeah, yeah.
You make exceptions. Depends on how well shaped they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on the shape.
Depends on the shape. Okay, then I'll read this back and see. What? Turning it. There we go. We can just watch you drink because that. Oh, the goddess of braid pulling. Ev embroidered it.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It is.
You wanna? You'll have to. You can tell us about the goddess of braid pulling.
Yeah, it's more or less the only true religion, I think. And I'm the high priest. So
You're the high
always
priest.
Follow the goddess of braid pulling. She once appears to me. I had a vision, and she told me to pull as many braids as possible.
To pull as many braids as possible.
And what can you do as a mortal man? You have to obey a goddess.
You have to obey your goddess as a mortal man. Okay, let's see if we have any questions for you, Holger, here, because I got a lot of. Yeah, a lot of them figured it out. Oh, drunken Karl cage, I thought was a good one. Trell in or word trail cage. What merchandise? Says Charlotte, and then everyone says skull, and Torben says after the one sip, and Karl is slushed. Not wrong. Look at him over there. You know you can't put the glass. No, don't you dare slam that. I'll have to smack you. Let's see.
Yeah.
You got more here. A roast beef thingy. That would have been good. Charlotte says she's dying over here. Hello, Andy. Andy disappeared. He only showed up for the alcohol and left. What a bastard.
Did you drink anything at all?
I think he did.
Good. Yeah.
We approve? Okay. Oh, Andy was a bonus, actually. Yenny says, I've been away for too long. I've missed the Mayoneeeeeeese. And she says, is it possible to buy a just mildly enslaved person to help keep around the longhouse? Kind of an ethical thrall that could tell you to fuck off if they just didn't want to work, or that you could tell to fuck off. I just think I could justify that, she says. What do you think? Is that possible?
What was the question?
Oh, no, don't make me repeat that. I turned the camera now. Is it possible to get a mildly slaved thrall, one that can help around the house, but you could tell them to fuck off if you're getting too annoying? What do you think?
Well, it kind of depends on her ethics.
Trolls are cheap.
Because
An ethical troll, yeah.
if she buys a
Troll.
slave, that slave belongs to her, so she can treat it how ethically she likes.
Yeah?
If she wants to be super ethical to her slave, that's her problem.
Yeah.
Yes. We just sell. We never ask questions.
Where do you find these ethical trells? That sounds
I don't
harder
know.
to say than
I
that.
don't know.
I can't. I want to say ethical troll, but that's not the same thing.
I go for the shape, not for
No, not for the
ethical
ethics.
things or
No.
whatever.
Okay, let's see. What else do we have here as we watch you drink some more? Let's see. Anne says, so women are not that expensive? Is that what you're saying?
Ja, they are quite expensive if you think how much iron it is, for example.
Okay, when thinking about the amount of iron, they're quite expensive. Karl, would you agree with that assessment? Are women expensive?
I would say it varies based on the individual.
Yeah.
Some women are very expensive and some women are fairly uncomplicated.
Karl was very impressed that I only bought one pair of shoes in... no, actually, I did buy 2 pairs of shoes. It's kind of funny. We went to England and he was like, actually, no, I'm kind of impressed. He's known other women that have no less than 3 garbage bags full of shoes, but I think I probably only bought 2 pairs since I've met him. and then later in the trip, I ended up buying 2 pairs of shoes, which is like an epic purchase for me. No, 1 pair was because my shoes were so ruined, I threw them in the garbage and had these to walk around in. And then my kids found a pair of shoes and said I needed to have it. And for 30 pounds, I'm like, okay, fine. I still haven't worn them. Andy,
Yes.
are women expensive? You don't get the background of the question. You just need to.
Depends on.
You've got a woman. How
Mostly
much did you
yes.
pay for your woman?
Don't ask.
How much iron did you pay?
Iron is not enough.
Iron is not enough.
I think shoes is the key.
Shoes
Yeah,
is yeah.
that's
You
true.
can
Yeah.
determine how expensive a woman is
Yes,
by
yes,
counting the pairs of shoes she has.
Yeah.
Speaking of shoes,
And
Holger.
if it's more than 10, you can't afford them.
No. Speaking of shoes, did you find another use for shoes? Little tiny.
Bait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Only as bait for women.
Yeah, tell the bait. How does the bait work?
Now, normally you put shoes in front of a trap and just wait for the next woman.
Baby shoes too.
Baby
yeah.
shoes
It
is
has
the
to-
best. Baby shoes is the best.
And then the women will come.
This happens.
It's German invasion. This is Jennifer. You are now on YouTube.
Too late.
Too late. Now you have to drink.
Oh, that's such a pity.
I bought them all on their YouTube with alcohol. Okay.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. So you need to be on YouTube to get drunk.
Yeah, no, so you're on YouTube now. In a
Yeah.
Viking village with a bottle of Chivas Regal. This is not sent on the Viking Valley YouTube, just so you know.
Ein Fisch oder so.
Ja, willst dich hinsetzen?
Okay.
Der Fisch.
Fisch, der Fisch.
Mildly enslaved. I like that. I have to turn this around so I can see it
Keine
better.
Ahnung, die filmen so irgendwas, wir sind im Trinken.
Ach so, das ist cool.
It was random German for drink more. No, I'm just kidding. No trolls, please. Okay, you've been making something else, by the way, troll. Holger, the stretcher. Do you have? Is that easy to see, or is it too hard to pull? Don't pull that out if it's too.
Already in the storage thingy.
It's already in the storage. Okay.
Stretcher is a rope making machine.
It's a rope making machine. Yes.
Holds it out. Yeah, stretchers. Women's stretchers.
Yeah. The rope. He made a rope making machine and told the women that it was a woman stretcher. And what was the purpose of the woman stretcher?
Purpose is when you have short women for harvesting strawberries, for example, you need a short women. But later in the year, the apple harvest is coming. Then you can stretch her and you can use the same women again
Übergänge hier.
for harvesting apples.
Eigentlich war das
Multi-purpose woman.
Yeah.
How do you make them short again for the next strawberry season?
I work on this. That is my next.
ergeben und das war so
Okay.
mindblowing alles.
If they were really nice turn shoes, Jenny would totally fall for that.
Of course. I'm not surprised.
Ich hab noch nicht.
Not surprised.
Geil, ja.
So what else have you been up to this summer? Because you're a man of results.
So, wie kommst du hierher? Du bist der hier
You made Marie an axe cover,
Genau, weil Hammer
a guard for her axe. That's of course nice.
But many other things.
Genau.
And many other things. Yeah.
Some slave
Ach
coffles
so,
I
ja gut,
made.
nicht immer halt.
Yeah, you made. Did you make a neck brace? A neck.
Ja, das
Ja,
ist einfach so.
Also,
A neck.
Kind
What do you
wieder.
call that?
Der hat mich gefunden
Collar.
auf Insta.
A neck collar with iron.
Yes,
Also es war
yes,
einfach
of course, of course.
über die Kunst. Ne?
And did you make any locks?
Many whips I made.
You made whips. Yeah, that's right. Oh, this is kind of funny. So we have three spinning wheels, and we've got just kind of inherited them from different areas anyway. So they're well used, secondhand shop, whatever. But they were missing parts, so we can't actually use it. There's missing, I don't know, little pieces here and there.
Ja, und dann
But Holger found a new use for the sewing machine or the spinning wheel. I said, okay, well I can. He was wondering if he could just move them, but I didn't know what he meant when he said, can I? What can I do? Can I have this? And I said, yes, you can have it. He made.
Yeah, it's a flogger now.
It's a
handle
flogger.
of a flogger and
Ja, cool.
So the old broken spinning wheel lives to tell another tale as the flogger of a whip.
and Rune made a second one.
Runa made another one.
Yes. He's married now. So
He's married to a Russian now. Is that it? Yeah, Runa's married now, so Runa has a flogger. I don't think we told anybody on YouTube that Runa's married, but Cat's well out of the bag now. Yep.
I don't really think he needs a flogger for that wife.
No, I don't think so.
You just point in a random direction and she will happily go and do whatever you ask her to anyway.
Yep.
So
No, Runa and Louisa got married.
But it's always good to have.
Always good to have.
Das heißt, du bist jetzt dauerhaft hier Resident.
Nee, ich bin
Karl?
meistens, kannst sagen,
just
von
gonna
Mai
make everyone
bis
seasick by going back and forth.
September ungefähr hier. Dann fahr ich
How are you
dann
feeling
heim,
right now?
ungefähr
Because I
6
noticed your
Stunden von hier,
glasses
Richtung Schweden.
Richtung Schweden, wo genau?
a little upside down where they.
Kennst du dich ein bisschen aus?
I think he's gone, Torben. I don't know.
Du bist Mitte Schweden, kriegst mich noch mit einigermaßen.
How are you feeling, Karl?
Weißt du, wo Sälen
one glass of whiskey
Sälen
more.
kennst du?
Ja, kenn ich.
Okay,
Pretty
also
fine.
Sälen ist nicht so weit weg.
Shouldn't be
dann
operating
noch
heavy
Richtung norwegische
machinery,
Grenze,
shooting
hier
guns
3 Kilometer.
or
I thought you said you shouldn't be operating hairy machinery.
I shouldn't be doing that either.
Congrats to Runa and Louise. Yeah.
Ja, genau.
Das ist wirklich mega.
Okay, now if you have any questions regarding the slave trading industry, don't be shy. Yes, you like them young, fresh, and well shaped. But can you remind us? Of your when you're standing up there on the platform selling them? What are your sales pitches? What do you use to entice people to buy these women?
Yeah, for example, she's young, fresh, well shaped, unspoiled and juicy. She can cook, she can sing, she can dance.
And if she can't dance,
Yeah, I whip her until she dances. And of course she is quiet, she doesn't eat much, she has good teeth.
yeah,
And yeah,
does she sing
yeah, of course, singing she does.
like a canary?
Yes.
And one of my favorites, Karl, cheapest dishwasher you'll ever own.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Karl's the dishwasher, by the way.
You save much of firewood.
That didn't work out well for me.
You'll save a lot of firewood.
When she warms you up in winter.
You probably,
You get your money easy out.
you probably would have had to wash less dishes if you bought your woman from Holger.
Now my trick is to just use one fork.
Just one fork, yeah. But you have to use more than one fork to make the food.
Yeah, but you don't make food, you just buy it.
Yeah, no, that's true. And then we put it in the microwave. Okay, hairy machinery must be workhorses, right?
Yes.
Hairy machinery. What would you think the hairy machinery
Ja,
was?
das ist ein gutes Jahr, kann man sagen. Ja, Finger habe ich letztes Jahr machen lassen.
Is not.
Akkurat aus. Was ist das hier?
Hairy machinery.
Ja, das habe ich mir
So I have to
dieses
think now
Frühjahr
what
noch
else
hier,
to do.
das,
Okay.
Hier war so eine Lücke, die konnte
We
ich
need,
nicht
we need to
leiden.
stump Holger because
Einfach
Holger
irgendwas rein.
actually knows more about the Viking Age than Karl.
No, I'm not sure.
Weiß ja
Yeah,
nicht.
no problem.
If Karl admits if he doesn't know the answer, or if Holger says the answer to something is different than the one Karl said, then Holger would be
I
right.
once
Ja,
told
Luli, die ist
Tore
gerade noch weg. Die
that
kommt
if
blau.
I say something about the Viking Age with absolute confidence,
Nee, nee,
you
die
can
ist
take
mit der
that to the
Familie
bank
gegangen.
unless
Um,
Holger is
ja, das
standing
Zeitchen,
behind
da
me
renoviert
shaking
sie
his
noch.
head. Then
Ich
I'm
meine
probably
Nachbarin
wrong.
natürlich.
Yeah, so Holger,
Not sure.
how do you know
Und
so
die
much
kommt
about the
jetzt,
Viking
glaub
Age?
ich, nur am Montag wieder.
You've been doing Viking for a long
Yeah,
time
for
now.
over
I've seen
20
pictures of you
over
looking like
20 years. Yeah.
I've seen pictures of you looking like you came straight out of a 70s Viking show. Where did you start?
I started, oh bloody hell, I started
Okay.
Oops, sorry.
93, first time in Denmark and Roskilde sailing a Viking ship. So it's 30 years.
In Roskilde? Yeah? And where did you go from there? I know you've been in Sweden.
Later in Forteviken in Sweden.
In Fulteviken.
I worked there over the summers. And
Yeah. And how did you get into it in the first place? Well, I could ask you both questions. How did you get into slave trading in the first place? And how did you get into Viking in the first place? Or do they go hand in hand?
Bist du schon die ganze
Yeah,
Zeit
both,
dabei?
I think. Yeah.
Oh, ist so übel.
Voll übel.
I did study museums management and
Hallo!
did do some.
Ist okay, ist niemand mehr.
That's what it looks like
Das
when
haben wir schon
Germans get pissed
abgehakt.
off at their dogs.
Yeah.
Der ist gegen Fleischallergie, steht hier.
Achso, ja, ist,
But, yeah,
ist
how did you say?
Lamm,
Yeah,
eine
I did
Lammkeule.
study museums management and started to work in a Viking museum in
Dicker,
Sweden.
ich warn dich.
Yeah?
No, aber es riecht
And then you
so
decided to become one yourself.
Hierher.
Yes, yes, yes. And of course I founded the
gemein.
Nordic International Slave Trade Company.
And how did you get into
Kiwi
that?
ist aber auch kein
What made
Yeah,
you...
it was the idea. I made the net first
Okay.
and then I was thinking it's good to catch women and yeah, it's a good business.
Ja,
Always,
jedenfalls wollte ich da dann zu einem Tattoo-Artist.
There's
Weil ich
always
dann gesagt
profit
habe, so,
in selling women.
nichts zu tun.
But no
und so.
profit in men.
So, und der hat mich dann aber auch hingesetzt. Hab ich dann gesagt,
Men you can have
Okay.
for free in each corner. That is not a problem.
Men you can have for free in each corner.
Yeah.
Why didn't they tell me this, Carl?
immer Poking, ne?
Why didn't I know that they could have men in
Yeah.
every for
Ah, ich
free?
glaube, ich will nur noch Handpoking.
You know that.
Ich hab die
You
Finger.
that.
You do look like a hobgoblin, by the
Pretty
way.
much how you got me, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty much how I got him. There was nobody else around. It was a pandemic. Forgive me. Didn't know what I was doing.
Erstens mal, du ist richtig angenehm, also du kannst richtig entspannen.
Let's see if we got some
Wird
more
ja
here.
wiederkommen morgen.
The look on
Ja,
Carl's
morgen
face.
Genau, dass wir da reden.
Bloody hell.
Ja.
Dicker, komm her. Ich habe ein bisschen Angst wegen den
Yeah, then the hairy machinery. I still kind of like that one.
Ja.
Komm her.
I was gonna ask. So Holger,
Ja.
So,
is
ja.
there a difference between red-haired,
ist total
brown-haired,
angenehm,
or
also,
blondes when it
tut
comes to
überhaupt
money?
nicht groß weh.
Naja, it
Or
depends
selling.
on the taste of the buyer, of course.
The taste of the buyer. Do you
Yeah.
find that most buyers prefer blondes?
Yeah, probably yes.
You think so?
Yeah, probably.
And red hair, does the drapes really match the curtains?
Weil ich hatte so Schiss.
naja.
Gerade die Hände in der Nase, da bin ich
You
schon
don't
mal
know what that
tätowiert.
means?
No, we know what
Ja,
that
am
means.
liebsten auch hier. So, ich meine, am Hals.
I don't know how much he shows
Aber
on
hier
this.
außen
Okay.
und dann.
Then,
hier neben an der.
Yanni says slave trade is probably more profitable than Nalbinding. Does
Ja.
Etsy
Ja.
allow
Also
slave
ich
trading?
stehe überhaupt, ich stehe total auf Arten.
I'm not sure.
Have you tried?
Nah, but
You have like open a whole
It's
new
too
market.
just use
modern.
Craigslist instead. That will
Ich
work.
habe bei denen auch
Craigslist
gekauft und
would
hab dann
work.
gesagt, Leute, ich hab so viele
Do we have Craigslist in
Ja,
Norway?
so guck mal hier. Das
It's
ist so
on the
scheiße.
I
internet.
thought there was only like
Gerne
oh, so
hier.
then everybody
Meine
has.
Tasche
No, I thought it was
bevorzugen,
only
aber ich
United
bin
States or something.
Yeah,
Ich
but
gerne
also
hier.
most people that go on it are from the United States. So if you're trying to
Muss
sell
eine krasse Zeichnung sein, weil ich warte bis jetzt noch.
Okay,
slave with matching curtains in
Das
Norway,
mag ich so gar nicht.
people will ask if you do delivery to Denver. But if you don't, then they'll have to go ahead and pick it
ja,
up.
also ich kann es
Yeah.
absolut nur empfehlen.
Getting the
Also
slaves
Handpoking
now,
ist,
if you had your slave.
Weil
Do you
das ist so
deliver
scheiße.
internationally?
Das ist wirklich
Of
so scheiße.
course.
Was machst du?
We are working from Wienland
Ja, ja,
to
absolut.
Bergland,
Yeah.
from Island to Blauland.
To Blauland.
Das
Ah,
sieht einfach viel, viel tiefer.
the Blaulands, do they get a lot of money for slaves down, or for blonde-haired slaves down
die
there?
Maschine
Ja,
haut viel
probably,
mehr rein.
yes,
Also,
ja. Ja, ja.
du gehst nur
Karl,
ganz
would you like to
leicht,
explain
mit
Blau?
der Nadel rein. Also es ist
Where's
tatsächlich
Blauland?
nur so ein bisschen so ein Zupfen, kannst du sagen.
The Vikings
Ja, das sieht man auch immer,
sometimes
Ja,
seem a
genau.
little bit
Ja,
confused about
also es,
colors.
ja.
So when they mean black, they occasionally say blue. So Northern Africa, with the exception, well, basically from Libya and further west, like called
Das geht gar nicht.
Stora Blåmannaland, which means big land of blue man, because they consider the Northern Africans to be so black that they are almost blue. And further east from that point, I called it Stora Sackland, basically big land of men wearing dresses.
Das ist mein Zauberpenis.
I didn't know.
So it is, so it is.
So it is, so it is. So, because I noticed that a lot of people with that dark-haired background, they're, a lot of cultures were mostly, predominantly dark hair, that they really like to touch the blonde hair to see if it's actually blonde, you know. It's real. I pulled it. That's almost like the goddess of braid pulling, but there was no braid there.
Yes, yes, yes.
No. So you think that would the blondes sell better down there?
I think so, yeah, probably.
And red
It's
hair?
exotic. Red hair too, probably.
Red hair too?
It's also exotic.
Also machst alles
And how
Mögliche
rare is
sozusagen.
red hair, by the way?
Was machst du denn
How hard
kunstmäßig?
is it to
Was
find
hast
a
du da?
red-haired
Yeah,
Viking?
you have to go mostly to
Müsste ich dir jetzt
Island.
Did you go to the island?
Westmanna
Ich hab's
Island.
aber tatsächlich sogar mit dabei.
Westmanna
Und die Sachen,
Island.
die jetzt noch übrig sind, die kommen wir jetzt nach Porto
Do you have anything to
zur
add, Karl?
Ausstellung.
You look like you might have.
No, it's a matter of supply and demand. If you are living in a country where nobody has red hair, and having a red-haired slave is a sign of status. I have something that you don't have.
Yeah, of course.
If you are living in Ireland, then bragging about your red-headed slave probably won't get you that far.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I suppose they're just trying to get rid of him over there.
Maybe a Zerkland belly dancer. Is a
Oh.
red thing. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, the goddess of braid pulling was not in agreement with that last statement.
Braid pulling.
There she is.
Bloody hell, it is so windy today.
It is. It suddenly the wind picked up around 3 o'clock today. There we go. Now she's all fixed.
Yeah.
So the
Good
red.
is always a thingy.
She's snuggling you.
Yes, yes, yes.
She likes you.
I'm
You're
the
about
high priest. Yeah. But yeah, it's always a thingy. What is rare? That is valuable.
So now, if you have a really rare slave, redhead or blonde in a different culture, would you treat them better?
Ja, okay.
No, yeah,
Would you be more
probably
ethical?
it is more valuable, of course. I mean,
So they don't have to work
you,
as hard.
you
Is that what you're saying?
treat probably a Mercedes better than a Fiat.
Oh, you treat a Mercedes better than a Fiat.
I think so. I would say so.
Let's see.
Ja, dass das einfach korrigiert wird.
Ja, gut, klar.
Und dafür nehme ich
Etsy needs it. It would go up a notch. I like that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Charlotte said it might get banned and called, as it's called trafficking. Do you agree?
Dicker. Hör doch mal auf jetzt.
Yeah, in
Ich hab
Viking
dann in
times.
Norddeich gestanden.
No, it's not trafficking in Viking.
No,
They didn't
no,
have traffic
no, it
lights.
is business, it is
Schwierig, also
business.
mein Laden zu halten.
I see.
What do you think, Karl?
What
Das war der erste
what?
Tag, an dem ich
What do you think?
Ich habe die Schilder gemacht.
About the
War
trafficking?
2 Tage dort. Ich fange an zu
Well,
arbeiten.
by modern laws, definitely yes, but the Vikings weren't really constrained by modern laws.
If you sit down, you're on YouTube and you have to drink whiskey.
Psychotherapeutenpraxis. Mit einer
You don't have to go on YouTube. You can sit there. He's not on YouTube from there.
there.
No, Evan's hiding, but you can have some. I can't drink it, so.
Yes,
This is a clever adjustment here.
It is.
I thought that you were supposed to drink it all, and that's why it was shaped like that. Not put it down. Fake. No, it goes to him. Don't worry. There he is. Oh, there we go. There you are.
Richtige Moment. Das.
But we can show this much of you. That much of Ev we can show. I kind of like the look of you trying to fight the braid.
Okay.
You're very proud of yourself. Look at him over there.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. So Ev, your work is,
Na gut,
we've
ich hab's
already
eigentlich
showed it.
relativ früh aus
The goddess of
Deutschland
braid
ausgezogen,
pulling.
war nie so meins.
There we go. Oh, now we can film her. There we go. And notice the braid is sticking out below. Oh, if you look, he was about 2 seconds away from grabbing your boob. There you go. Good, Ev. Holger's so proud. Okay, I'll turn it off you again so you don't have to hide. This may be one of our... seriously though, what percentage of the population in Viking Age Scandinavia would have been slaves? Do we have any idea? That's a good question, Holger.
Historians say 20 to 30%.
20 to 30%?
Yeah, so,
Do you concur, Karl?
Probably, yeah. It's about the same number as you have for the Romans.
Yeah.
The Romans had a lot more things to use slaves for, but everybody around here is a farmer. And there is never enough people to do all the work that you need to do on a farm.
yes,
So
yes,
the number is probably correct.
Yeah.
they say.
And how many of them? Oh yeah, this is another. Now, do you only just sell slaves from other cultures and countries, or do you sell slaves from your own country and culture too?
As a slave trader, you have to be ruthless.
You have to be
cannot
ruthless.
have some kind of a conscience. Of course, I would sell my own daughter. If I had to.
God forbid you ever have a daughter.
Ja.
Well, as a potential customer,
Yeah.
I would say that I would probably prefer to buy a slave from far away.
Yeah.
Because if Holger sells me a slave from Sogndal or Lærdal or whatever,
That's too close.
they have an opportunity to get back home if they just kill me and run for it. But if he sells me a slave from Ireland or Scotland, then they would have to kill me, run for it, get a ship, learn how to navigate the ship, operate the ship, and then go back to Scotland. Which is very unlikely in the Viking Age.
All right. Holger, do you concur that it
I
would be more
agree
valuable
with it.
to...
I agree with it.
You agree with it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So
So
it's
don't...
anyway more exotic. And so, yeah.
So if they're going to be domestic, they have to at least be one mountain away.
No.
So
Yeah,
they
at
have to
least,
climb.
at least.
No, that's not good enough for you, Karl.
Nah, not from the western part of Norway. I would say.
I came in from the eastern part of Norway.
And if I say I wanted to buy a slave from Trøndelag or whatever, I want somebody who's really stupid so I can't find their way home.
Holger,
Yeah.
do you have
I
any
agree.
stupid slaves for sale? Because Karl wants a stupid slave. Then they don't know how to go away.
I don't measure the IQ. I measure
But would that be... Would you
the
actually...
centimeters. I measure only in centimeters.
Genau.
Measure it at
Also, eigentlich ist es gerade so eine Art Interview
give
über
your slave a
Sklavenhändler.
boat to see if they are or
Yeah, to see if they're smart or
Genau.
sleepy. You can measure
That
them at
was
archery.
one idea we had today, by the way.
Yeah?
To have a camera at the archery,
Yeah?
film it,
Wo krieg ich
and
den
then have our own channel like
absolut
they have in
Untermäßig.
Mal
Yellowstone.
ganz ehrlich.
Ich hatte ja 60
Ah,
Liter
yeah.
Two runs of Yellowstone.
The
We should
Torrents
have
of Yellowstone.
four
Aber
runs
sind jetzt
of
alle weg? Brauchst du noch was?
So we can
Viking
film all
Valley.
the things that are wrong. So if you've ever
four
seen
runs of Viking Valley.
Ja, aber...
Torrents of Viking Valley, if you've ever seen
Borons.
Torrents of
Borons.
morons, they're actually
Borons.
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 Borons! Oh my god!
Borons of Viking Valley. That was really.
Ja, du kriegst es nicht. Du kriegst es
Okay, if you're not familiar with it, you can go on Instagram, I think it is, or something, and look up, or that maybe YouTube, Torrents of Yellowstone National
Runs
Park.
on Yellowstone.
And it's basically, I mean, tourists, they're all great, we love them all, but some of them just don't quite
Wie gesagt, ich habe
some of
60
them,
mitgebracht, wo ich hergekommen bin.
do things they shouldn't do, like going over the line to take a picture when you're trying, when somebody's shooting an arrow in the same direction. A selfie with a grizzly bear, yeah. So there you go.
Mein Timing ist miserabel.
Vor 4 Wochen wäre es doch besser gewesen. Da hatte ich auch noch
My
mal.
personal new favorite on archery is the
Ja.
woman who she has the finger
Nur
over the arrow,
ausreden
so
hier.
the arrow cannot move. And then she puts the notch very carefully on the string, and then she pulls it out, and then she does it again. I decided, okay, I'll just see how long it takes before she figures it out.
Okay.
And she did it 11 times. I
You're a bad
counted.
person.
Gerade irgendwie aufgebaut, ne? Hab unter
In the end, somebody else who spoke Italian showed her how to do it, but
I'll give him a little credit for never having held a bow before, but trying to take a photo of your son or daughter shooting an arrow by stepping in front of them. Okay, shoot. That I think is a little
Yeah,
too much.
Borons of
Borons
Viking
of
Valley.
Viking- okay.
We should have this site at Instagram or whatever it is.
No Scandinavian Spartacus that we know of.
No, I don't think so.
No,
No.
no
We
Scandinavian
have nothing
Spartacuses.
about Viking times, I think. Yeah, we have one thing in Iceland.
Yeah.
They had Irish slaves there, and they killed them after the Westmen. So, and then they run to the Westmanor Islands.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Vikings called the Irish Westmanor. Yeah, because they are in the west.
Yeah.
And so the Westmanor Islands were called Westmanor Islands.
So do they say?
But they came later and killed them all.
And did they say,
Yeah.
"This is Westland"? No, like I am
Whatever,
Sparta.
you are now confusing all of your antiquity.
One of the first settlers,
Sometimes it-
he had Irish slaves and they killed him.
Sie haben so
Okay.
But later they were revenged by his friend. And, but then, since then, the Westmanor Islands have the name.
So the Westmen of the Islands, that's how they got
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Okay. Holger, what is the name of the whiskey?
what is the name of the whiskey?
Chivas Regal. It's Karl that brought it from tax free.
Spätestens
The French approve. You saw the thumb.
Yeah.
Ja, da war dann vorbei.
Yes, and they had whiskey. Yes.
Probably.
We don't know about that. I think that one's probably debatable.
It's probably not. I believe the only.
Plausible or absolutely no?
It's extremely unlikely.
Ja, da kommt vor.
The Arabs are the only people who know how to distill anything back in these days. And they only do it to make perfume because they don't drink alcohol.
Dass ich in Skandinavien bin.
So
But you can use it as
the technology exists, so it's theoretically possible, but we are now pushing it.
Yeah.
Schiefgelaufen.
Yeah, no, I think we are. But, you know, wishful thinking. So only modern Vikings have whiskey.
Yes, and thanks to the goddess of great pulling.
Thanks to the
Nee,
goddess
ich
of
denke,
great
ich denke,
pulling.
die normale Bevölkerung trinkt es nicht so.
Whoop.
Die gehen halt mehr
Got
auf
it.
Bier und
I
von
almost
dem her
threw
wird's
the
eigentlich nicht so
gimbal off the
gehandelt.
table.
Klar, hier im Dorf.
Talking about Yellowstone, said Maya. Oh, by the way, Maya's here. Is it true that the sunstones were used in sailing? Oh, yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, that is also debated
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
There was a whole documentary on it here, but we never did find out if that was true or not.
Und du musst ja sehen, wenn du jetzt den ganzen
Greg
so
gave me a
Zeug
piece
trinkst,
of
dann brauchst du
first-
einen höheren
optical
Level.
quartz, I
Deshalb
believe it's called. The
I
sunstone.
have
Ich will so
some
wissen.
at home.
I've never tried it, so I don't know how it is supposed to work.
Das
Ja,
ist
ja.
schon
But
Sterbeszeug.
Holger knows.
I
that.
think you have to make some kind of a black
Also
dot
kein
on it,
Cola
from
hier.
tar or
Also
something,
Cola, alles okay.
and then you have to lay it under these conditions maybe,
Yeah.
and
Ich kenne ja noch keiner.
yeah, it shows
Es geht rucki zu viel.
for optical thingies
Wenn man mit der Colaflasche
a
sieht,
second dot
dann
then on the surface, and then you can say, okay, there is the sun, but yeah, I'm not sure it works
When
really.
they did Expedition Unknown, it's an American TV travel show, came and did and did a documentary on that. Was it was involving Borda or Midgard Museum. That's where it was at the time. Because they were first they were going to mine it and then go mine it somewhere in Norway. And they get this sunstone. It's a crystal, and they had to draw a line. And if it was
Yeah,
if you could get
read
the
about
line, yeah.
A dot just, but
Yeah,
yeah, then it's
And then you can follow the line, and that would be
Yeah,
north.
Cool.
Or where the sun is, actually. Sorry, not
They
north.
might have used something like that, but I don't really understand how much it would help.
No?
Because even if you know dead on exactly where the sun is, say it's a clear summer day, you still can't navigate properly unless you have a way of measuring the number of degrees the sun is above the horizon at the actual midpoint of the day when it turns and it goes back down
yeah,
again.
yeah, you need
If you have that, that will tell you your,
Komm bitte nach Hause.
is it longitude or latitude? It's the ones that goes like this.
Latitude.
That will tell you the
Wie ich dort
latitude.
war, ich kannte den alten Besitzer tatsächlich vom Sehen her,
but
ne? Weil immer wenn wir in Schweden sind,
You
fahren wir
don't have a
halt
chronometer. You don't have know the
Total
exact
cool,
time.
klar und puppelig.
So when the sun is at the zenith, at the highest point,
Und
that
da
is
kannst du doch geil
that
sitzen
tells you
und
your
einfach Kaffee
latitude,
trinken,
but it gives you nothing about the
raus und so.
longitude. And
Yeah, no,
So, und
not
dann bin
really,
ich schon da
but
rein
yeah,
und
Okay,
wollte
at
so-
least you
frei nehmen,
know
weil das wäre mein einziger freier
the
Tag gewesen zwischen den
direction
ganzen Märkten und zwischen der scheiß
you,
Fahrerei.
you sail. I mean, you
Yeah.
can.
yeah, but
Yeah,
Then you
so
relied on
if you know,
the
although
birds.
they had
Und,
also, I think,
Hab schon
some
gemerkt,
kind
dass
of
es irgendwie anders ist.
water
Riesen
watch,
Baustelle,
also
irgendwie
water
vorne,
clocks,
die
also
Parkplätze weiter.
some
Yeah.
bucket,
Okay,
what was
anders als letztes
getting
Jahr.
empty in 4 hours
Im
or
Café
whatever.
bin ich
Of
mal
course,
gestoßen,
it's not
hab ich
really
Ja.
on
I was
the
just
minute. Yeah. But yeah,
Ich mach
I was
so
just
like,
gonna
like
ask
a
that.
sand watch,
Da war
but
mir
with
erst
water.
klar,
So
okay.
Yeah, how does that work exactly?
So,
The
und dann habe ich dann die ganzen
You just
yeah,
put it-
you have
It looks
a
like a
bucket
sundial.
with a hole in, and it gets empty
Total geil,
in
dann haben
4
wir-
hours
Ja.
or something, and then you can,
Ah ja, wenn du willst,
if
dann
you have
bleib doch einfach da,
maybe
ist doch voll cool.
12
Alle mega
o'clock in the
abgefahren,
day,
wir
then you
wollen arbeiten
know
und so.
at 4 o'clock it's
Ah, wir haben eine
empty.
Hütte frei, wenn du
Aha.
willst. Dann,
Also,
bleib doch
yeah,
da.
but it's of course,
you're not
yeah.
buying it.
Der
By
Einzige in diesem ganzen
if you
das war
manage to
mega.
track the sun,
okay.
Yeah.
Da hatten
when
die
it
eine
is on
bekackte
its highest
Veranstaltung.
point,
Yeah.
it's
Das nachts um
necessarily
3
in the
hab ich
south,
Techno
no
Yeah,
matter.
of course.
Oh yes, we have
But
to.
Yes,
The
yes,
brain filling lady. Yes, we have to show her.
Das war richtig schlimm. Und mein
I think it's
Auto
on there. I don't know. Try not to
There's
do.
a goddess of
hätte meine
great
Karre
pulling.
pennen können, weil
Yes.
Ja, gut, da.
I'm sorry, Karl, you were saying.
But this side of porridge foam, you can usually say the sun. Okay, if you can't say it's right there, you can say this there-ish.
Ja, gut, klar.
Yeah,
Gutes
yeah.
Timing
And if
mal
you
wieder,
have
ja.
that, that's enough to have a rough estimation of which direction you're going.
Yeah, and I think that also, not more. I mean,
So how else did they figure out where they were going? How do they know if they hit the right place?
yeah,
England.
no, they also,
Lindisfarne.
also when they went over to Iceland, for example, they had also the waves. They read the waves, how they come.
They can read the waves?
And then they also had
The whales, the birds.
the
Oh, the whales,
yeah.
I thought you said
When
the
you
waves.
see whales, then you are maybe one day from Iceland or something.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Und da scheitert
whatever.
es dann bei den
And
meisten.
of course the
Deswegen weiß
birds.
ich jetzt nicht, wie
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pay way more
remember
attention to the
Sie
landscapes
yeah, yeah.
and the birds and surroundings
Yeah.
when you don't have GPS.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
More
Of course,
less
yeah.
GPS, more surroundings.
You remember the big seagull that you were so impressed with in
Yeah, that thing was huge.
Yeah, those guys live far out at sea, but they don't fly that far from land because they still need to be on land sometimes. So if you see nothing, you are far from land, and when you start seeing those guys, then land is.
Yeah, of course.
And when they get
Somewhere in the
smaller, then you're much closer. Or you hit a rock.
If you see ravens and sparrows, you're pretty close to land, but you've probably seen land by then.
Okay, I think we might have some more here.
Yeah.
Scandinavian Spartacus.
The
The Stones, whiskey.
I think someone asked if a slave were treated nicely.
Ah, yeah, ethical slaves. Were these slaves ever treated nicely?
It's hard to say, but
Yes, it's hard to say.
it's hard to
Yeah.
say. We have no accounts
I
of
think it
it.
depends on everyone. There is Ashel everywhere.
Yeah.
Do I live now? But do I more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too bad, you're there. Yeah, this is Arda Martin. Now you can have Shiva's Regal if you want. You've been on
You
YouTube.
get one more of the thingy.
Okay, slaves being treated nicely. Continue.
Or maybe yes.
One more.
Wait a moment.
Depends
You
on
have a
everyone.
drinking thingy?
Yeah?
A drinking
There are Ashel everywhere.
drinking thingy. One more.
Arbeit hier.
Let's see. There was
Yeah.
at least one more in there. It's so hard to hear Holger and Karl because of the other people talking in the background. No more for the Germans.
No. Here's a drinking thingy.
We are entertaining.
Yes.
You just need to listen.
Otherwise
How
it
much?
will be too
How much
quiet.
for the woman?
Not for
How
you.
much for the
Quiet here.
woman? Does she fit in the cage?
I don't know. Yeah, she fits. She fits. It depends also the teeth.
There you go. I have a great evening, everyone, says Kiwi, and bye, see you around. That's because it's after 6. It's
Then
after
we
7
take
o'clock
over.
now. All right. Do you want to say goodbye, Holger?
Yeah, goodbye.
Goodbye.
And always remember, it's hard to be a Viking. And only results count.
Only results count. Andy
Yes.
and Jen.
I'm for sale now. Okay.
She's not allowed to
only for
speak
females.
anymore. We took
Only
away
for
her
females.
speaking rights.
Now she's quiet.
Now she's quiet.
Yeah.
Carl?
A quiet
Bye.
woman, a quiet woman
Yeah.
sells better.
Saturday, 6 o'clock. We'll be back. Maybe a little sober. No, I can't drink this. So no. Anyway, we'll be back at 6 on Saturday next week. Bye. Thanks for drinking with
Yeah, I'm
them.
a man of results.
He is.
Ja, den gör det.